how did the relationship progress? Because obviously you're from different parts of the world. You were traveling at the time. Take me through the next couple years of the relationship, or even maybe the next couple weeks. Like, how did you continue to progress that
Days
relationship?
even. Yeah, it progressed so fast, which I think when you are traveling and in different countries, it just has to. It's an all or nothing choice that you have to make. So I was only going to stay in his place for 3 days, and then I was going back to New York. So we had known each other like a day and a half maybe, and we had talked a little bit, and then like the second day I was there, he asked if I had ever been to Sweden. I was like, no. It's like, do you want to go? So he drove me to Sweden, and we got some food, and he showed me around some different things, and he showed me around Copenhagen. And like I said, Airbnb was different. So I was like, is he just like a really nice host? Or does he really like me? Because he wasn't making any other moves, he was just being really nice. And on the second day, he's like, hey, so do you have to go back to New York on Tuesday? And I was like, I don't know why. And he said, well, I am going to the south of France on Thursday, and I would love it if you would join me and we can get to know each other
Oh my
better.
gosh.
I didn't say yes or no right away, I don't think. But the next morning, I was also like, does he really like mean it, or like, let's see. So the next morning when I came out of my room, he was in the kitchen with his laptop open to like Norwegian Air. It's like, Joe, you ready to change your
Oh my
flight?
gosh. I love
Let's
it.
do it. So I went to south of France, and it was a vacation with his parents that he had planned. Like, so I right, and I was like, who do they think I am? Like, what did you tell them?
Oh my gosh. That's
So
hysterical.
I met his parents immediately, stayed with them. They have a house that they go to, they share with a few other people that they go to in south of France. So I went there and stayed with them and like cooked with them, and it
You
was
were thrown
it
into
was
the deep end like right away.
really bizarre. Yeah. And his mom was so funny, and she just like, I had goosebumps the whole time you were there, just like seeing you guys together. She just knew, like, it was after only a few days, was like, had talked to my husband about a ring that she had that was her mom's, and just like everyone just knew it. I was worried that I had some kind of like bachelorette syndrome thing though, because like, how can you not fall in love
Right.
when you are going to all of these amazing like exotic locations and trying all these new things with a person? So I was like, is it just that? So I was a little worried about that. It was just exciting, but it wasn't like actual love.
Right.
And then even we drove to Italy because he's like, oh, well, let's go get gelato in Italy. And it's like, okay, this guy is just too much, It's like so fun, and it's always an adventure. So then we went back to Copenhagen, and I was going to fly home to New York from there. And it was just devastating, It just felt like a heartbreak. Yeah.
Had you guys decided at that stage, okay, we're together, like we're going to be in a relationship, or had that conversation not happened yet?
It had happened, but I still felt like I don't know if it actually is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And
Is this
I,
just a
I
fairy
can't,
tale? Yeah.
yeah, was that it? And do we never see each other again, kind of a thing.
Mm.
But I remember being at the airport, and I was just like, I felt, and driving to the airport, I felt like I was going to throw up the whole time. This is just, feels so bad leaving. We're like, okay, next time we're going to meet in the middle, which is Iceland. And then so we made plans to do that, and we did. And then I felt like the longer it went on, the more like solidified it was. And he was also so open about his feelings and about what he wanted and why. And it was a complete refresh, because every guy I had dated in New York was like, all right, well, let's date for like 6 months, but we're still not together,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then even knowing this guy for 2 days, he's like, yeah, I really like you and really want to be with you.